Day after hearing testimony in the controversial Mulchatna Caribou Herd Predator Control measure, the Board of Gam has adopted the measure.
Justin Mattson is in the newsroom with what comes next. Justin.
That's right, John and Adomi. The Board of Gam unanimously adopted the controversial measure. Reaction is pouring in from across the state. We spoke to both sides about the new management rules and what comes next. Critics of the newly adopted program find issue with certain provisions and lack of provisions within the rule set. One of those issues is a lack of protections for mother bears and their cubs.
The Board of Gam just handed over the keys to 40,000 square miles in Southwest Alaska for the Alaska Department of Fish and Game to aerially gun any black bear or brown bear or wolf, and those include pups and cubs.
Alaska Fish and Game says while the step they have to take is unfortunate, ultimately it needs to happen to help the caribou herd.
So I think it's very important to recognize this isn't a harvest plan. This is a management action. It doesn't accomplish the goals of the program to not remove females with cubs.
The plan covers nearly 40,000 square miles across western Alaska, which critics of the rules say the area could be limited and still achieve the same result. They were disappointed that the amendment put forward wasn't adopted with the new rule set.
One of them was to ask the board to limit the control area from that large 40,000 square mile area just to the northern board, kind of portion of that.
The department says while the proposal wasn't adopted, they self-imposed restrictions based on the Board of Gam's directive.
We only conduct work out there, as far as predator removal goes, in the spring during the calving season. So that's several months away at this point. In addition to that, we are still analyzing data that we recently completed a photo census of the Mulchatna Caribou herd.
The biggest cause for concern for the environmentalist is the broadness of the rule, saying because there isn't a management target, the state could overshoot the mark.
This program will continue with the goal of removing as many bears as are needed to have an increase in caribou. And that is a completely unquantifiable goal.
The department says they have already seen an improvement in the caribou numbers with the amount of bear management they've conducted.
You can't argue with the increased abundance or the improving calf-to-cow ratios, calf-to-adult ratios.
These rules are set to be in place until 2028. However, these rules could be adjusted based on if caribou populations see significant increases before then. In the newsroom, I'm Justin Mattson.
Thank you so much, Justin.